Welcome, welcome, friends. Welcome to those who are just joining. Um, Today is November 19th, and yeah, we are winding down November. Hopefully, everyone is loving up the BOGOs. Um, Tis the season, and who doesn't love a free stuff, right? So hopefully, everyone is taking full advantage of that. And yeah, with this cold weather, I thought it'd be appropriate to come to you from the fireplace and be in the zone. So that's where I am today. We also have some neighbors doing some noisy yard work, so worked out better to be in here. Um, so welcome, friends. I'd love to hear from you. What are you grateful for? What are you choosing to um, to just be thankful and take an attitude of gratitude towards? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Um, what are you grateful for today? Shelley's grateful for the season, for giving, for loving, for hoping. Aaron says grateful BOGOs, a beautiful growing community. Yes, yes to all that. Um, check Facebook. Okay, looks like it's still working. Grateful for this call. Grateful to be alive. My wife is home safely. Awesome. Thank you so much. Love all these comments. There's still time to partake of all of the gratitude series goodness that Tiffany is hosting right now through the month of November. So if you haven't yet, be sure to plug into that, gratitudeseries.com. I love what she does every year. Yes, grateful for impacting lives. Oh, we have so much to be grateful for, don't we? This is true. All right. Well, um, yeah, I'm curious to hear how people's Novembers are going. What are your strategies around BOGOs? How are you going to maximize this the incredible offering that doTERRA is making? Um, Maybe the holiday gifts. What's coming up for you? Go ahead and raise your hand, and we can bring you on live, and we can talk through goals, blocks, um, mindset, whatever's coming up for you. And Jen's given a huge amen to the gratitude series. They had Tia B on as a guest and said that was super inspiring. And while we're waiting for the first raised hand, can I just share something that is really, really cool? If you're local, anyways, this is super cool. Um, so, um, how many of you were around in the early days when we would have events with Dr. Hill, Laura Jacobs, and we could just have really open conversations about the power of these essential oils and hear stories. That's the thing I remember most was the stories. It felt like you were just like you couldn't take notes fast enough about wait, who did this? What did they use? Yeah, Rosie's raising her hand. Shelly says me. Um, well, those days are back, and we are thrilled to be gathering. Um, if you're in Utah County or in Utah, we're going to be gathering at the Sage and Plow tomorrow night from 6:30 till 9. And I have a graphic. Let me just pull that up. Um, Give me 1 second. Oh, heck. I think it's on my other computer. Okay, I know where to find it though. Okay, here it is. Open with preview. We're calling it Natural Solutions Unplugged. And We have not only Dr. Hill and Laura Jacobs, we have Dr. Riggs, we have Lauren Bush, Roxanne Bybee will be presenting. So it's going to be an awesome throwback to the good old days. And the only way that we can do this is if we have phones left at the door. There'll be no recording allowed. So the only way to make it work is to bring your notebook and take voracious notes. So that it will not be live streamed. For those who are thinking that or hoping that, again, the only way we can do this is to have an in-person experience and and to bring your ears, but not your phones. So super excited. There's the registration link at the bottom, bit.ly, so bit.ly/NS Unplugged. So if you're here in Utah, hope you can join us. We want to inspire people around the globe to be doing these same types of events. And you don't need experts. All we're doing is showing people how to use resources like the Essential Life book to find answers and to have powerful experience, like powerful trainings and events without having an expert. So we don't need to repeat this event. You can host this type of event just by bringing your Essential Life book and teaching people how to use it, maybe prepping a few people in advance to tell their stories, and you can have just as powerful an experience. So that is the whole purpose, is to create a model that is duplicatable and simple. You know, if you've got your book and you've got some stories, you can have a great event. So you don't even need to have tons of books. Like you could literally have one book that gets passed around. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole agenda. That, like I just said, there's not a lot more to it than that. The presenters are just a panel, and so they're mostly going to be responding to questions. So there's very little agenda, very little structure to it. And you could do the same thing with a book or an app. I think the book is better. To me, it has a lot more credibility. But yeah, that's the whole agenda right there. So yeah, come one, come all. But if you're in Utah, book them fast because the tickets are filling up fast. We have limited space, so we need to hold that space for those who buy a ticket. All right. Well, let's open it up to questions. Go ahead and raise your hand or put it in. We're charging $5 just because the venue we're using is like $500 to use the venue. So we're just trying to cover that. All right. Who has questions? Go ahead and raise your hand. Rosie says the Essential Life book is gold. So grateful it's back and for the bulk pricing. Yes, as are we. We are so grateful. So if you want to, actually, I just heard that for the next week, essentiallife.com is where you can get the new book. And only there, they're offering free shipping on any quantity. So that is a limited time Black Friday special from what I heard. And so you want to jump on that. Before now, they've just offered free shipping on 3 or more books. So I think it was like 10 or $15 for one book. So pretty incredible savings to snag free shipping. And if you team up with people in your area to get the bulk pricing, Rosie, can you remind me what maybe I can look it up just as fast, but I'm trying to remember what the best price is. I think it's like $26 or something for the 24.70. So yeah, you can get that $38 per book price all the way down to $24.50 with bulk. So team up with people in your area, reach Crossline and get your book orders in. So yeah, Rosie says the Essential Life book is how my team incentivizes people getting on rewards. It's so impactful. Yeah. I know that Lindsay Norman does the same thing. She's making sure that every new customer on her team gets a book, and the upline helps. They split the cost of that. So super powerful. Um, yeah, it's incredible how once people are empowered to know how to use oils on the daily, um, it's yeah, like they tend to stay on. They tend to make oils a habit instead of just keeping it on the shelf as a an emergency kit. So yes, the 10th edition is the newest. Um, so yes. Um, yeah, Rosie says with the highest bulk discount, that's under $25. So between the two fast starts on 100 PV orders, the enroller um, can more than cover the cost of the book and even shipping. Amen. Yeah. I mean, if we go back to the early days, this is what Natalie and I did. We filled our trunk full of books, and that was the power tool to help people believe in the first place, and second of all, to commit to a monthly order. So big fans of using a book to just build a base for your business. So good. All right. Well, raise your hand. I'm here to serve you. So I'd love to answer any questions you've got and just see what's up for you today. How can I serve you? Oh man, I just looked on Facebook and Haley says that she's coming to the event all the way from I think Reno is where she is, Reno, Nevada. That's a long haul. Well, we're excited to see you there. That'll be awesome. All right, raise your hand. How can I serve you? I mean, if there's no questions, we can just swap recipes for Thanksgiving. I can talk about my cacao drink. What's coming up? Debbie says my enroller is coming from Atlanta. Wow, coming to this event from Atlanta? That's a long haul. All right, Sophie is raising her hand. So let's bring you on live. Wow, that's impressive. All the way from Atlanta. Well, we will roll out the red carpet. Good morning, Sophie. How are you doing?
Good, and you?
Fantastic.
Good to see you.
Good to be seen and good to see you.
I have a good problem.
Awesome. Best kind.
Our good talent, actually. So the grandmother of one of my son's classmates, she has a store, um, like a Danish furniture store. So it's about furnitures. And she said that they are having like a holiday party, and she asked me if I wanted to join with like a table and some
Mhm.
products. And I said, of course. And she said, I wanted more on the gift side, like have like gift boxes so like people can actually pick up things. She actually is a client, and whenever I signed her up, I kind of did like a wellness consult, and I was like more trying to see what to improve. And she told me like, so no ingestibles, not like more like something good so they can grab their gifts, you know. So it's kind of like different because I never have stock. I always everyone I sign up is or online. Okay, so that's like okay, I need to buy something so I can actually have something for them to grab, right? She said like gift boxes and pick up things, you know? And then I'm always trying to find like solutions, you know, like how's your sleep, how's your pain, how's your digestion?
Mhm.
Uh, and she was like, I want something more for um like gifts. Of course, it's
Okay.
still gonna. I still mentioned to him like what about I have something for like sleep and stress, pain relief, immunity, kind of like
Mhm.
that focus. But my main question is, how do I solve her request about having gift boxes or pickup products? Like, I don't really know what to have. Because,
That's
like,
a great question. I would love to hear everyone's ideas. So if everyone could put their ideas in the chat, what would you suggest if this were you and this was your client, what would you bring for the perfect gift packages or boxes to offer? I'll just share a few ideas. I think um, this time of year, um, people have a budget of, for gifting, right?
Mhm.
Um, so I think you have to like think through, okay, you probably don't have like she's probably not giving you like presentation time, right? It's just like a,
Yeah, it's just like a
a table.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without time to educate, you might not have um, a lot of opportunity to make essential oils the hero. So I think it's good to have some pre-made packages, like the sleep package, like there's a little sleep box and it's got Serenity gel caps, Serenity stick, maybe the Serenity oil. I don't know. Keeping it as simple and minimal as possible, I think is good. Um, but then you could also do something funny, like um, here's the package for dealing with relatives during the holidays. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's the adaptive kit. Um, you could also have, I mean, I think the easiest sells, honestly, is if you had some diffusers that were running with a few different oils and you just let people pick, like, hey, come smell these and which one do you want to fill your home with this holiday season? And the obvious ones are the holiday joy, the holiday peace. Um, but I think you could even, well, it's probably a stretch. I was gonna say you could have like a kill the bugs option, with on guard diffusing, but that might be a bit much. Um, so I think the diffuser with an oil is probably the easiest sell. Um, if some of the holiday options are still available, um, they have some pretty cute diffusers. I don't know if the wasn't the owl diffuser one of the options. Just
Yeah.
if
But would you buy a stock to
yeah.
resell, or would
Mhm.
you just order
Yeah.
online? Because like I don't want to like buy, I don't know, five old diffusers and then, well, that one actually I think it will sell pretty fast because it's
Did
cute.
that one sell out?
No,
Yeah.
it hasn't sell out, but I mean like it's so cute that I feel like I it would be a good thing.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, people tend to want to take it home with them right then. They don't want to have to think about, oh, I got to go online, I got to create an account, and you know what I mean? Like I think um yeah, I mean, maybe work with your upline and let's, do like a go in together on some stuff that we think would sell well and then that's what I would do. I think people they tend to do a lot of impulse buying around Christmas time. So that would
you
be
tend
my
to do what?
impulse buying.
Ah,
It's
yes.
like because I'm here, because I'm at the checkout, because I saw this cute thing, sure, $50, whatever. Like I need to have a gift for these, this list of people. So those are my thoughts. I'm just going to read some of the ideas that some people have posted in here. Um, Becky says, I've done events like that. People love diffusers, intro kits, rollerball recipes, keychains, some of the basic oils, sleep stick. And then Miriam says, do you have a class kit in the US? 10 of the 5 ml wild orange. This is a perfect with small information how to use. with your business card in a little bag. Tony says a jar of assorted drops. Um, and then touch rollers and bath salts. Um, Miriam also says the intro kit of peppermint, lemon, lavender. Um, Becky says VMG would be a great one to sample, um, especially if people need more energy during the holidays. Um, and then Leanne agrees that carrying the stock is better because people want to walk away with the gift on the spot. And then Becky, just take what you have in extra stock. People are looking to buy just a few things and not enroll. Um, and then Stephanie says, put a box for people to fill out their information to get a free wellness consultation or spa night. That's a fun idea. Shelly says perfumes. We sell solutions and diffuse for sure. Have a giveaway. Fish bowl, something for the giveaway. Sample lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Make up some roller blends, chapsticks, balms, and some cute holiday bags, intro kits. Awesome. Okay. Ali says to get deep blue stick on them. They'll buy those within minutes. That's what James and Roxanne Bybee found. They did that booth in St. George for 2 weeks. And anybody who they got to stop and they got deep blue stick on them, they were at least walking away buying a stick. So, there's a lot of stress during the holidays. So, people tend to carry that in their neck and shoulders. So I think that's a great idea to at least bring a few of those. Becky says the past tense stick. And Allie says, yes, I'm a massage therapist. So yeah. And that's what a lot of massage therapists love about Deep Blue and even Aroma Touch is it offers a massage without them having to do it, you know? So
Okay.
lots of great.
And would you sell it at retail price? Everything that I have there at stock, retail price, right?
That's what the Bibies did. They offered everything at retail price, but then they said, "Hey, if you want to take just a few minutes and fill out this information, I can get it to you for wholesale." So if they enroll right there on the spot, they can get it at wholesale. They were blown away how many people gladly paid the full retail price just to like not even think about it, not even, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
So
All right. And if they sign up, because imagine, okay, I have an intro kit, lavender, lemon, and peppermint. If
yep.
they buy it and they take it, like right away, it will be a retail price. But then if they sign up, they actually get 25% discount when they
Oh,
buy it and they sign up on the page.
yep.
So should I always offer the option or just buy the stock?
James and Roxanne always offered it,
Okay.
um, just because people like options, but it's crazy how we're so bombarded by all these. I mean, what grocery store doesn't have a loyalty program now where
Mm.
they want your phone number, your email address, and half the time I'm like, look, I will gladly pay more so that you never contact me. Like I'm so bombarded. You know what I mean? Like, and so just be open to that. There's that's the age we live in. People, that's why they love Amazon. They can buy something and never have to worry about being added to a list, getting texts with promos and specials. Like it's just a one and done transaction.
Okay. Okay. And another question is, what do you think about the aroma essentials kit? The one that comes with the La Luz diffuser and comes with 10 5 ml bottles of like Serenity, Cheer, Northern Escape, Adaptive, Balance. It has like great oils. Of course, it's more expensive because I think it's
Yeah.
$165.
Yeah.
But
I
if
mean,
you, if,
I personally love the kit. I think it's fantastic. I think the sweet spot for gifts is probably in that $50 range. 35 to 75 is probably like the sweet spot.
okay.
And that's my guess. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts, but that's my prediction. Um, but
Because
yeah,
I thought as this is a store of furniture and like people buy furniture there, it would be
uh,
like, oh, what about that kit, which is like even awarded by the housekeeping and stuff.
yeah,
And I don't know, but yeah, but I'll have to buy it, and it's a lot more.
I know
uh,
that's the thing. So it's a little more of a risk. Um, I love what somebody said in the comments. They were like, just bring your stock and have just have stuff there on hand for people who do want stuff right there. And then you don't have to buy as much. Um, yeah, it's a good question. I guess I don't fully understand like the demographic. Are they coming to buy furniture or is it
No, no, no. So the
and
store is a furniture store,
it's
and they
employees,
have
right?
different kind of clients from like 30 years old to like 80
Yeah.
years old.
So it's kind of like a
Uh, yeah, so the
customer
whole,
appreciation type thing.
yeah, yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah. I
even
mean,
my client that she has an account, she told me like, ah, yeah, and I might buy my gifts from you that day. And I'm like, you have an account, but okay.
yeah, right. Totally. So on that topic of bringing stock, so like let's say you had a diffuser and an oil that they wanted to buy right then. If they do want the wholesale price, if they enroll there on the spot, you have them put your address as the shipping address so that what they order replaces what they just took home.
Okay, so they actually take it, but then
Yep,
I receive it at my home, so I okay.
that's
Okay.
right. That's
Okay,
what
okay.
who just wrote that? Andrea. Yeah, Andrea just does that. So there are lots of great comments that are coming through. Um, so definitely go through and read those. Um,
Thank
yeah,
you.
lots of good ideas here. Rosie says, I've gotten lots of booth enrollments where people's order will be shipped to them by a super cool with a super cool item like the Essential Life book that they get to take home that day. So that's an idea. You could have some Essential Life books there, and then that way they're taking something home, but maybe the oils get to their house, is what I think what she's saying.
Yeah.
So she's got a table with QR codes, um, and then a picture.
And Rosie, does everyone get the book or people that sign up with like over 100 PVs?
That's
Because
a great
like if
question.
they buy just like the intro kit,
Yeah,
I don't think
right.
the book is not is not
Yeah, yeah,
covered.
yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, Rosie, she says at least 100 PV enrollment and set up 100 PV rewards.
Ah, okay, okay.
Somebody else said they do kind of a 5-day challenge. Where was that? Oh, here it is. Rosie says it can work to have a 5-day challenge all ready to go and have the package of the supplies for it all ready to go and cover the cost of your challenge kit. Then they have a soft enroll with working with you and the products, and you teach about all the great things about the doTERRA difference during the challenge. I love that idea.
Okay. All right.
Great
Thank
thought.
you very much.
Yeah, best of luck to you, Sophie. That's again a great problem to have.
Yes. Thank you. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Okay, we had a question come through um in the Q&A. So the question is, does the new kit for Ride the Wave that's 100 PV still qualify for the free gift choices? So they could get 2 diffusers. Wow, that is a fantastic question. How about when Natalie walks back through the room, how about we ask her that question? Because that's like that's a 500 level course, and I don't have the answer to that. If anybody knows, please chime in. We were able, so we made a new essential emotions class, um, and um, we were able to create some new kits that are custom to the class, the Ride the Waves class. And so that's what she's asking about. And Rosie says, um, yes, with the gift options, it needs to be 150 PV, which I know at least one of those kits is 150 PV. So great question. Um, and Becky has a similar question. Um, do people get the free glass shaker bottle with their first VMG and E Omega order kit, or does it have to be the foundational wellness kit? Again, that is a technicality that I don't know, but I'm guessing someone here on the call knows. Um, so Rosie says any kit with foundational wellness items. Awesome. Love that. That is so fantastic. Don't you love how generous doTERRA is? Moneta says it has to be the foundational wellness kit. Okay. I like it. Aaron says, does anybody have the link handy for the Essential Life books that are on sale right now? So if you go to essentiallife.com, that's where you can get the free shipping on any quantity. I know that Aroma Tools was doing free shipping for a while, but I think they're done. I don't think any quantity is getting free shipping there. So essentiallife.com is where you want to go to um, to get free shipping on all quantities. And if people want to chat here about doing a group buy to get the quantity discount, that's a great idea. Awesome. Yes. Shelly, bless you group. You are a wealth of info and happy to share it. Couldn't be more blessed right now. So good. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Raise your hand. We can bring you on live or put your questions in the chat. I thought I saw a question come through earlier. Oh, Aaron says, does it seem weird to put the same deep blue stick on multiple people? Is that sanitary? If I had people taking off their socks and shoes and we were putting it on the bottoms of their feet, that's where I would be like, yeah, that's not great. Where it's people's neck and shoulders, I don't have any issue with that. Um, most of that's because I know the essential oils are naturally antibacterial and so that's not a concern for me. Um, but I'd love, if anybody has other thoughts on that. If you've got somebody coming up to the booth who's like super like germaphobe and they've got like mask on and gloves and you know what I mean? Like you could definitely open a new deep blue stick for them to give them experience. But I would say for the most part, it's not a concern. Oh, Rosie says I use popsicle sticks at booths. That's a great idea. So then you can apply it and they can see they're not getting anybody else's bugs because it's coming through um, a popsicle stick. Great idea. Debbie says mini spatula works too. Leanne says I use the deep blue rub on them. Awesome. Okay, Brenda is raising her hand. So let's have you come on live. Okay. Um, so if you want to join us, Brenda, go ahead and join us as a panelist.
Hey,
Good morning, friend. Oh, we heard you at first and now we can't. Dang it.
okay.
There we go. I can hear
Can
you
you
now.
hear me now? Now I can't hear you, so I work on that. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
So apparently that was a um pocket hand raise, but I'm glad I got the chance to ask for your cacao drink recipe.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So this is Natalie and my favorite morning ritual. And we've had enough people ask that we've put the recipe at sharesuccess.com/brew, BREW.
Yum.
So yes, it is like, it feels like a huge hug to the brain. It's such good nourishment for your whole body, but it's especially a great brain drink. So it helps us with, intermittent fasting. We're not hungry until 2 p.m. Sometime like yesterday, Natalie didn't eat at lunch at all because it held her through. Um,
Wow.
so it's just packed with lots of healthy fats like raw, sorry, um, cacao butter, ghee, and then an MCT oil. It's a really great one from Bulletproof. So
All
go check
right.
it out. Don't use any sweeteners. Um, Leanne says the drink doesn't break your fast. It depends on your definition of fasting. There are purists who sometimes I feel like they would say that breathing breaks your fast. Um, but there are, a lot of people would say if it doesn't hit your glycemic index at all, then it doesn't break your fast, and this does not. So we've used the CGMs, and we've never, and anybody we know who's used a CGM, it doesn't hit their glucose at all. So yeah, it's a great way. Some people would call that a dirty fast, but it to me it totally checks the box of not being um, not breaking the fast. So Dr. Christine, we're talking about our morning cacao drink. Go to sharesuccess.com/brew to get the recipe um, for that. It's like a hot chocolate without all the sugars. Like there's literally no negative effects. It's nothing but goodness in the brew. So,
Well, that is amazing. And I'm glad you brought that up about the CGMs too. I'm actually ordering one today.
oh, cool.
Be because of just the curiosity that I have about
Mhm.
basically everything, how my body works. But my sister's been talking to me about it. She's like, it's very informative. So I guess I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah,
Sorry,
please
walking
do.
through the dark.
Yeah, Rosie is chiming in here. She has a CGM and it doesn't spike hers at all. Um,
Oh,
it looks
nice.
it looks like she adds cinnamon to hers, and that helps. I know that cinnamon oil is fantastic if you do have a spike. Like let's say you splurge and have a dessert sometime. Like um yeah, cinnamon can really bring that back.
I've heard also that MetaPower, like the beadlets, will
Oh yeah,
help if you are experiencing a spike.
yes.
And so, okay, well, I'm glad I pocket raised my hand for that good
Yeah,
information.
you're always welcome.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
sure thing. We'll see you, Brenda.
All right, bye-bye.
Um, okay, I see that uh Karina asked, or no, Julie asked if we stopped using Creo Brew. And yes, Creo Brew is like a whole lot of extra mess and a whole nother step. And so we have switched to a raw cacao. There are lots of good ones out there, but we put a link to it in our on our page. So it's called Nico Cacao. And there's a whole story there. James Bybee can tell that story a lot better than I can, but Creo Brew is still great. We love, sometimes we still make a batch of Creo Brew, but um, I like the simplicity of the cacao instead of Creo Brew. Okay. 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 So Jessica says, for those of you who do not know what a CGM is, could you clarify? So that stands for continuous glucose monitor. So maybe you've seen people online who have a a little I don't know, like a nickel shaped object on the back of their arm. That's to monitor blood sugar, and it's super insightful. Uh, and most of them work with an app, and so the app will give you notifications if it's out of range. But it's just really powerful as a simple tool to know, you know, how does my body respond to different foods? How does it respond different times of day? Um, and um, and you can, like, any doctor will give you a prescription for a CGM. And so and it's really easy. You just stick it there and it just kind of pops right in. We've heard rumors that Apple is going to integrate a way of monitoring blood sugar into their watch. I don't think it's official yet, but there are rumors. So how cool would that be to not have to stick anything in you? I mean, it goes in, and it's really, I mean, literally It pops in. It hurts for a split second and then it's gone. Oh, Brenda says you don't need a prescription anymore. You can buy them on Amazon. Well, well, well. There you go. So, um, gosh, the world is amazing. So there you go. Yeah, there's some great. The thing I love about the day and age we live in is we've taken so much of the guesswork out of health. Like with all the tools, whether it's your Aura ring, you can track your sleep and you can exactly what your sleep patterns are. With tools like the CGM, you can know exactly what your blood sugar is, and so it helps us with the biohacking to know where our body is at any given time. So data is power. So, question from Becky. I've just switched to doing my classes online instead of in person. I had really high enrollment percentages with in-person classes. Any tips for how to do a great close with online classes? What I'm currently doing is telling everyone that we'll go around at the end of the class and share health concerns and make recommendations. Then I'll call them right after the calls to get their phone numbers. So far, the percentage rate of enrollments hasn't been bad. Just curious if anybody else does this and what your ideas are. So if anyone does online classes, please chime in for Becky. We haven't done online classes since COVID, so I'm probably not the best person to speak to this. So everyone chime in. I will share this. The thing I know about online is the more engagement, the more enrollment. So the more people feel a part of the class, and the less they can hide in an online class, the higher the chances of them, buying, taking action, moving towards, you know, an actual enrollment. So those are my only tips, and it sounds like you're already thinking of those. It might work better to have people share their health concerns early in the call. Um, but yeah, I think you're doing the right things in terms of capturing their phone numbers and asking their health concerns so that they're more engaged. Super awesome. Um, okay, I'm seeing Becky says, yeah, leave their video and comment in the chat and ask a lot of questions. Yeah, that's great. Another response, Esther says, I know Lindsay Norman's team does a Google form survey to capture feedback, and a team under Amy Fulmer has the attendee text the person who invited them a 1, 2, 3, or 4 response about their level of commitment interest. 1, not interested. 2, interested and need more information. 3, sign me up. 4, interested in learning more about the business too. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Okay. In the Q&A, Amy says, how can I get permission to change the slideshow for the Ride the Waves class? So let me share. Let me share the class that she's talking about for anyone who's interested. And then let's see if we can find the answer together. So if you go to essentialemotions.com and then you type in Ride the Wave, we should get a couple of different tools. So, I think the class bundle includes the the PowerPoint. So, let's see what it says. Okay, so here's the way it works. So that comes as a class presentation that was created in Google Slides. So the way Google Slides works is if you're looking at a Google slideshow, oh boy, let's see if, okay, so let's say this was the Google slideshow that I'm looking at. If this wasn't my slideshow, it wouldn't give me editing capabilities. And so what you would do is you would come up to File, and then you'd click on Make a Copy. And then with the copy, you can do anything you want. You now own the whole slideshow, and you can add slides, take away slides, delete pictures, add text, whatever you want. So that is a great question. Anytime someone shares a slideshow with you, they might not want you to mess up their slideshow. And so they won't give you editing capabilities, maybe just viewing abilities. And so you always want to go to File, Make a Copy, and then that'll give you the ability to do what you want. So that answers that question. So where did I find it? It was under File. So when you're looking at the Google Slides, you go up to File and then Make a Copy. All right. Any other questions today? And if you're asking where we find the class, that was at essentialemotions.com. And then let me put a link to the bundle that includes the presentation. There we go. So there's a link to the bundle. And those watching on replay, essentialemotions.com, and search for Ride the Wave. All right. Rosie says, do we have the next Experience doTERRA scheduled? Yes, we do. I'm glad you asked. So let me go ahead and share my screen. So the way that you can find the dates for Experience doTERRA anytime is if you go to experiencedoterra.com, and then that'll take you to this page, and then you just scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and under the testimonials, you'll have the dates for all of the upcoming Experience doTERRAs. And then from there, you can click and get registered or find out more information. So we are all wrapped for 2025. We used to have Experience doTERRA in December, but nobody came. And so we stopped doing December. So the holidays tend to suck up everybody's focus. So that's where you find it. And so January 23rd, 24th is the next date. And then, yeah, most of them are like the third weekend of the month. Few exceptions, but that's the general rule. So go check that out. And that's where you can find the links and get registered. All right. Any other questions today? Raise your hand if you do. And if anybody is just joining and missed the announcement about the Natural Solutions Unplugged, then I'll give another plug for that. So here are the details for that. It's happening this Thursday. It's in person only. It's happening in American Fork. You can go to bit.ly/NSUnplugged. So it's going to be a fantastic event. I'm excited to tune in next week and share how that went. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, everyone. And thank you for everything you're doing to make the world a better place. The world needs more helpers like you. So keep it up, and we'll see you next week.